What's up, y'all? Today I wanted to talk about easing this phone addiction. And a lot of us don't realize it, but we are addicted to our phones. We sleep next to our phone, we stroll all day on our phones, we use our phones to distract ourselves for avoiding interaction with other people because we feel shy, insecure, or maybe moody. Don't use your phone as a distraction to avoid saying hello to a stranger. You know, I had to say that to myself because I was like, why does it make you feel uncomfortable? And I was like, I don't know. And I asked myself, and it's okay just to smile and to keep moving. You know, not everybody's gonna like you. You're not a mean person, and you don't want to project what you think others are thinking. You know, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond. You know, how can you be open to opportunities if we are afraid to speak to a stranger? You know, I had to think also, my boss was once a stranger. And, you know, I feel like this is nothing to be ashamed of. You know, we all are human. And we all know somebody who does it, but I think I'm just a little more bold enough to say it, just speaking from life experiences. But I always notice, you know, some of my friends, when they open their phone, they're on like IG or TikTok, and because it comes up, it's somebody dancing, a little sexy, whatever, on their phone. And I asked them, I was like, you wonder why you're always horny? I mean, like you wonder why you always H word. And, I always will say, like, I'll be H word too if every time I open my phone and it's somebody dancing sexy in some panties. And this is why some of us, feel stuck and can't do anything. Because, you have to understand this, you choose what you want to dwell on. First, forgive yourself and do it often because, you're not supposed to be hard on yourself. Then, learn to erase and replace those negative thought patterns with something more positive. You can balance out your negative thought patterns with something more positive. That is a thing. You're not supposed to dwell on like negativity all day. And you're not supposed to be hard on yourself. It's okay to say to yourself, secretly, and I do this all the time. I'll say it out loud to myself and I'll say, I will be productive today. I will somehow be productive today. And I say that, and I say sometimes, today, I always write down 3 things that I know I can achieve today. And so I'll write it down just so like I have it engraved, I sometimes I lose the habit of even writing. So I feel like I need to get in the habit of writing more. And, I have to let myself go for a walk sometimes and just clear my mind. I'm going to take a break from social media for a day, and just delete the app. You just really have to delete the app because you'll just go back and forth in it all day. And, you're not supposed to feel that way about things, that attachment. And it's consistency that makes it a habit. Also, it's okay to have social media, but, use it to your advantage. Use it to inspire you, follow inspiring creators, people that post content to help you learn and develop and becoming a better yourself every day. You don't want to not self-indulge into pleasures all day long and, feel like life sucks because it's not going your way. And, chances are you're just not doing anything about it. And, to make today be the day, you say, I'm just going to make the rest of my life the best of my life. Have you ever noticed that everything in the news tends to be like negative. Notice those thought patterns after you watch a sad story. It's okay not to watch the news. It really is. Or it's okay not to get their notifications because, truth be told, it has no value to your life and makes you feel stuck. And I think back to any time in my life that I was in a relationship. I always It always happened when I least expected it. Like I wasn't looking for one, I was just doing my thing, worried about me, just doing me, and then there they came along. It might not have worked out, but at least it was a good season in my life to look back on the good times. And those type of life experiences are learning lessons. Like you learn something from them. You learn what you do want and you learn what you don't want from someone. But I can at least say this, that it's really hard to meet someone, if you are constantly feeding your brain the same material every day of the same people online. And if you aren't doing it because you don't like yourself, chances are other people won't like you either. It's hard for someone else to like you if you don't like yourself. There's nothing really wrong with us. We just need to change our mindsets. It's really just how we see ourselves and our mindset. What we choose to fill our brains with, kind of affects that. You can get that dream job if you want to focus more on your self development and your social skills. Why would someone want to hire someone who's shy, insecure, fragile, and moody? Those aren't qualities of a successful person. If you want to meet the right person or meet some nice friends, good vibrations, people that you can vibe with, hang out with, that are cool, you're going to have to let your phone addiction go, or just change the content you see every day. For example, I listen to meditation music, I listen to music, study music, I listen to break from the world music. I watch educational videos on like how to be more intelligent, how to be more charming, how to be more happier, just all around like self-development, things that I want to learn how to be better at doing. There's also videos out there on, how to be more charismatic and how to break addictions and how to develop more soft skills. Where do I start if I want to know how to change my life? I start with YouTube, podcasts. The information is out there. We just have to go out and ask for it. Be okay asking for help or for resources. If you haven't noticed that, we all need each other. We can't go out and look for, pleasures all day and expect to be successful and then be a hater towards someone else who has done the work, who actually put the work in, spent their time building their success while we were just out on our phones scrolling and comparing ourselves to other people. Understand this, we are not here forever, so make the rest of your life the best of your life. I charge my phone far away from my bed now because I know that as soon as I get a notification, I will get on it. And I had to learn how to limit myself on Instagram for an hour a day. And that's not every day. Some days I do go over, but I don't be hard on myself. Because sometimes I do find some interesting information. And if I'm feeling down or if I'm in how do you say it, a low mood, then I have a folder in my Instagram of videos that I find that are funny, hilarious. I have a dry sense of humor as well. And so My friends send me funny videos. I'm like, please send me something funny. Like, please send me something I can laugh at. And I really enjoy it. There is no reason why we should go through life, down and hard on ourselves. And so, you just have to understand what healthy and happy looks like to you. There is no other reason why we should be on our phones for 4 hours a day because it's not getting anything accomplished. One time I heard one of my friends say, I've been listening to the same 7 songs for the last 2 years. And I was like, what? I was like, okay. I didn't really know what to say. I was just taken back by it. And not to judge or anything, but that's why it's good to have different friends like me that will help you, understand that hey, um, it's okay to listen to something else. Here are some things that you can listen to help you grow and develop. If you're feeling stuck, and if you're not feeling like you're happy, those songs you don't want to dwell on that makes you feel sad all the time because you don't want to dwell on your negative sad thoughts. And so um, if you're not willing to listen to anything else like a podcast or something on YouTube, then what else would you want to listen to help inspire you? You may not feel this way right now, but there is no harm in saying that I will be more confident in myself. I will break any addictions that is holding me back. I will no longer compare myself to anyone else because that does not add any happiness to my life. And they're not also on the same journey as me. I was thinking back to a time, back in my life in my 20s, and I spent all my time thinking about pleasure and having fun and enjoying myself. And I was like, I just want to have fun in my 20s. I want to have fun in my 20s. And I'm not going to say I regret it now that I'm older, but I didn't realize it till like I was about in my later 20s that I needed to stop if I wanted to be with someone. I need to stop making excuses for myself on why I need to pleasure myself, because it takes a toll on your mind, and tells you that you need to go do things to yourself, and you really don't need to. Those things are not true because that's your emotional energy. Your sexual energy is your emotional energy that you need, and I understand that is the energy I need to accomplish things. And if we're being honest with ourselves, sex is so much better when you don't pleasure yourself. We weren't created to pleasure ourselves. And that's just a thought that we put in our heads to cope with. And that's not good, It speeds up the aging process. It takes away from your self confidence. You don't see yourself as a bright person, a confident person. You see yourself as not who you were originally created to be. I had to realize also that, it's okay to be alone. It's normal to be alone at some point in your life, and I took this alone time as time to heal, seeing alone time as time to heal from the things you don't speak of. Healing can be as simple as just letting go of old negative thought patterns. If you don't think about it, I'm sure it will come. If I feel like if you don't think about being with someone, I'm sure the right person will come along. You just think about what your dream person looks, feels, tastes, smells like to you. That's how I see it. Just be grateful that someday that somebody awesome is coming to your life, a friend who values you. Remember, nobody out here is going to get you, harm you. Don't let your subconscious thoughts hurt you. for the rest of your life, because, negative thinking happens a lot on social media, and we just soak it all in. We soak it all in. But it all starts about what you're feeding your brain every day on your phone. Be mindful of those things. Say to yourself, I'm going to take a break from my phone. I need to break this addiction. I need to remove all these distractions from my phone and focus on my personal development, my character, and my self care. People are attracted to people who take care of themselves. That includes not just their body, but, their mind and what's going on inside of them. And that's how it starts off. It may not end up that way. You might end up losing yourself in between a relationship, but just know that, if you want to attract someone, you want to be able to already be in the habit of taking care of yourself to the utmost, and not just your body, but, your thoughts, your soul. Because you don't want to be with somebody who's angry and mean and moody all the time. You can tell a lot about a person when you first speak. Fill your mind with things that are positive, uplifting, encouraging, and you know, inspires you, especially if you want to live a successful life, however it looks like to you. Just remember that happiness and what healthy looks like to you, no matter how it looks to you, you just make that up in your head and you figure it out, and that's where you should go. I think a lot of us, at the end of the day, we all human. We just trying our best, and we all have flaws, and we just need to love and accept ourselves as we're seeing ourselves as a work in progress. Everyone is healing, and my job, I feel like, or my hobby, it's my hobby. My hobby is to show people how to heal. But just know that you are someone's dream person, and someone loves you. Someone is thinking about you right now. You're somebody's dream best friend. Somebody will love to be around you and be with you.